congratulations into the FA Cup final, but they pushed you all the way, didn't they, Brighton? Sorry, it's so loud out here. I said huge congratulations into the FA Cup final, but they pushed you all the way, Brighton, didn't they?
Thank you very much. It was a very tight game. We play against a very good team. They play really good football. But yeah, we're in another final. Then we have another big game on Thursday, so we have to go home, recovery, and prepare the game again.
You've been involved in many penalty shootouts in your career, but just how high quality were those penalties?
I think they take great penalties. We prepare the penalties as always. I try to put pressure on the takers. They put it away, and I think the team take perfect penalties. So yeah, we're in the final.
It's been a difficult week for Manchester United, given what happened on Thursday. Just how much character did you have to show? Oh, look at this. We're joined by the man who scored the winning penalty. Victor, congratulations. Talk me through the emotions when that penalty went in.
I'm not sure I heard what you said.
How did it feel when that penalty hit the back of the net?
Yeah, no, of course it felt great. It was a great relief, and yeah, I'm very happy for the win and to be in the final.
Yeah, I was going to say, talk me through the pressure, because when you get to that point, when you've seen so many of your teammates score, what's it like?
Yeah, no, I mean, I have confidence in myself, and I knew which penalty I wanted to take, and yeah, so that's what I went up to do.
Manchester City in the final, David. Manchester derby, how much will you relish that?
Well, still a long way to that final, but for sure it's going to be a big game against one of the best teams in Europe, in the world. But we show already when we play against at home at Old Trafford that we can beat them. It's still a long time to play the final, but we have to finish on the top four first and then go with everything to the final.
Victor, just a quick word on the fact that Manchester United have had some defensive issues recently in terms of players being unavailable, but yourself and Luke Shaw in there today against a really good Brighton attack. How did you feel like you coped?
Yeah, no, I thought we defended well. I mean, Brighton, I thought they played great today. They're very, very confident with the ball and with the possession. But yeah, like I said, I think we defended well and helped each other out. So yeah, it felt good.
And overall, David, one trophy already this season. Do you feel like Manchester United are back on the right track?
Of course, already one trophy, another final. Fighting for a top four. Of course, it's not enough, but it's a great step from last season. We keep improving and improving. Yeah, like I said, we have big games coming, so we have to be very ready.
Well, guys, congratulations. Go and get yourselves inside. It's very wet.
Thank you very much.
I don't think they'll mind that too much at the moment. A word before we start looking at one or two of the penalties on David De Gea. Okay, he didn't save a penalty, but he was brilliant in the game.
No, yeah. So I think that is a sign of a really, really good goalkeeper. You cannot play football for so long and so many games without making mistakes. And unfortunately for him, a few of them came in the same game, and that put the spotlight on him for this game here today. But he's come out, he's played it really, really good. I think without David De Gea in goal today, I think Brighton would have won this game comfortably.
I think they've also learned from what happened in midweek, because they know that Brighton would like to press. And they didn't have a chance to do that today when the goalkeeper had it, because every single time he just went long. No nonsense, absolutely no nonsense. Get it up front as quick as he can. No playing out from the back. Not going to give any mistakes away. And when he was needed, which were 3 or 4 times, he pulled off some really good saves, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a massive blow for Brighton fans, isn't it? I mean, it's the worst game to lose the semi-final in a way. Yeah, unless you're in the final.
Yeah, listen, it's disappointing. It is disappointing, but do you know what? It's ultimately a positive year for the football.
Brilliant season.
Yeah, I mean, and it could be historical. They could get into Europe. They're on the cusp of Europe. So the Premier League's gone well, and this would have been nice to get in the final, but it wasn't to be. There'll be other days.
Yeah, well, hopefully. Let's start with looking at a few penalties. We'll start at 4-4. Lewis Dunk, you interviewed him, obviously, before us, and this. I think you felt nervous for him.
I did. A local boy, but he stepped up and he delivered. I was nervous. The 5th penalty taker, I did worry for Lewis. Hometown club, but he was good.
He got so close to saving that, didn't he, from Sabitzer?
Yeah, the quality of the takers was just incredible.
The other centre-back, confident again.
A little bit when both centre-halves are coming up for the penalties, won't we? But they stuck them away really well.
Well, at this stage, of course, you get the players that don't necessarily want to be taking them.
Yeah.
Well, actually...
Here's Solly March, you've got to feel. I mean, he's hit it into April.
That's a low blow, Gary.
But
Lindelof down in May.
I knew what penalty I wanted to take. That's what he said in his interview there. So he's hold his hand up and say, Gaffer, I'd take number 7.
Bless him.
But
Lindelof, I mean, no one's saving that.
Emphatic penalty there.
Right in the top corner, wasn't it? Pretty much.
It's a lot of risk involved in that, but they all took a lot of risk in their taking today, and the quality was incredible.
It's always interesting. I don't think one player went down the middle. Which is we were talking because you saying you always go one way or the other. And
I would honestly, I would rather dive and concede one down the middle and stay, and then they roll it in, and make you look like a fool.
Right, let's talk. I mean, he didn't make any penalty saves, but he made lots of saves in the game. David De Gea. Well, it's got to be for you, Peter. You talk through the.
This is in the first McAllister free kick, and we talked about this at half-time. Does he go up with the wrong hands? Should you see his corner? At the end of the day, he saved it. That's what he's there for. This is a really, really good save. I think this is a fantastic save. The reaction it comes in so quick, and we see it from there.
That's slow motion. It's in normal speed. It's like, poof.
Yeah. This is solid march, and this is this is the next attack after the chance we've just seen there before, and this for me, this is the best of the lot, because that he sees late, we see that here it goes through the legs of Fred. He sees it late. He's on the way to the other side. He still manages to get back, and then of course he is.
I think he deserves great credit, Ten Hag, because. They've won one trophy, they're in a final of another, and they've got a very, very good chance of getting into top 4. Yeah. That is progress, and if that were to happen, getting into top 4 and one trophy, whatever happens in the FA Cup final, I think they've had a very good season, and they're getting to where they want to be.
Yeah, let's have a look at Brighton chances. We've seen a few because De Gea made them already, but I think there were others. This was probably the best chance, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think when Danny's been really good in the air over the last couple of seasons, and just see there, when he sees that back, I think he'll be disappointed. He
dips his head a bit.
Hit the target at the very least.
And then this is a great chance.
This is the one.
Awful touch.
Extra time. Find yourself in the middle of the penalty area, and the
good touch.
Good touch, and you've got a shot on target.
Well, it's
you're
a good
likely
touch.
to score. And then this is Matoma with a mazy run late on. And here, just a bad touch to get it past. But again, De Gea, he was good. He was composed. It was without doubt his night. And we talked about him, and I think the media in general have talked about him a lot leading into this game. But big players stand up, and he did that tonight.
Yeah, certainly have. Manchester United, a work in progress, but
absolutely.
It's going in the right direction for them, isn't it?
Going in the right direction. Peter said it before the game. The manager's made some big decisions this season. They've worked. They've got one. They're in the final of another. They're looking good for top 4. So, he's doing a fantastic job, isn't he?
We have the first ever Manchester derby in FA Cup final, which is I find remarkable. I suppose you'll have real split loyalties, though, won't you, Peter?
Absolutely not. No, my loyalties are very, very clear there. Yeah. It's and it's great. So being the club, being Manchester United, saying that we are, one of the biggest clubs. We actually claim that we're the biggest club in the world. Yeah. You also have to compete at the very, very highest level. Yeah. And at the moment, you only have to look at what Man City have. Yeah. And we cannot match that at the moment. We're on our way. Yeah. But that is a great, great opportunity to go out there and measure yourself up against what you say one of the best teams in the world.
It'll be a big day for the city of Manchester, won't it?
I think it'll be a good game for the neutral, the final. Yeah. The whole world will want to watch that one. They'll tune in for that. United against City. I think it'll be a good final.
It's not a final you'd want to lose. You never want to lose a final, but when it's against your rivals, I managed to play in the first ever Merseyside final in '86, and Liverpool had already won the league, and then we went on and we lost in that as well. But they'd already organised an open-top bus ride around the city for both teams. So they had the Premier League trophy, or the old Division 1 trophy, and the FA Cup. And we were in the bus behind without a trophy.
When you agreed to do that?
Everyone did it. Pete Reed walked off, actually.
Hold on a second, you followed Liverpool round on the parade?
Yeah, it's unimaginable. It's true. They were all on the top of the bus waving trophies. We were on the bottom floor hiding behind the window. Yeah, just share that. One of the worst days of my life. Huge response from Manchester United after Thursday night, Alan.
Yeah, they got criticised, and rightly so, because it was a poor showing, including from their manager. But you always get the chance to put it right. And I think particularly because of who was missing, certainly defensively today. I said beforehand, I didn't fancy the way they were going to line up defensively. To give them a lot of credit. Who was in there today, I thought they give everything they had. They defended well when they had to. They had to rely on the goalkeeper, but they give their manager and they give their fans a response, and that's what you have to do.
They seem to have garnered a resilience, which was perhaps missing in recent seasons.
It's kind of happened time and time again this season. So there's been some enormous setback. The 6-3 at Man City, the 7-0 at Liverpool, where you really are. You want the team to show some kind of reaction the next time they go out. And it's happened every time. They've always come out and showed something. I still think there's some way to go for certain players. I still think that the quality of certain players...
How far are they behind, say, Manchester City and even Arsenal now, realistically? Close?
11 points, a bit more.
Peter, you know what I meant.
What you have to do there, you have to sort of look at what they have in different positions, and then you measure that up again. So you ask yourself, how many United players would get into the Arsenal team? How many would get into the Man City team? I don't think that would be many.
Exactly.
But it's a work in progress, and it's going in the right direction. I think that's the most important.
Finally in June, June the 3rd. Brighton won't be there, but hopefully they'll make Europe.
Yes, that's the main aim now. Historical year for the club if they do.
OK, thank you very much, Glenn. Peter, lovely to see you again. It's been a few years. Alan, as always, thank you too. That's it from us. Lindelof seals it for Manchester United. To the victor, the spoils. Goodbye.